Good afternoon. I'll call to order the meeting of the Public Utilities Commission for January 2019. First item on our agenda today is to administer the oath of office to returning commissioners or returning new term commissioners, correct?
You're doing great, yes.
Thanks.
All right, sir, would you please stand up and raise your right hand? Repeat after me. I, Sean G. Fingland,
I, Sean G. Fingland,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Minnesota,
and of the state of Minnesota,
and faithfully and impartially discharge
and faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of the office of Commissioner
the duties of the office of Commissioner
of the Public Utilities Commission,
of the Public Utilities Commission,
said city of New Ulm,
said city of New Ulm,
in the county of Brown,
in the county of Brown,
state of Minnesota,
state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is election of officers for the 2019 calendar year. We need a motion for president and vice president candidates.
I will make a motion to elect Linda Heine as president of the Public Utilities Commission for the 2010 calendar year. 2019 year. Do you want them both at the same time or separate?
We could do them both at the same time, I think.
Okay. And I also make a motion to elect William Swan as vice president of the Public Utilities Commission for the 2019 calendar year.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of appointing Commissioner Heine as president and Commissioner Swan as vice president for the 2019 calendar year indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the December 26, 2018 meeting.
I'll offer the motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held December 26th, 2018.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of approving the minutes of the regular meeting held December 26, 2018 indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, Rod Marshall will present the Utilities Director report.
Couple of items of note for the month of December. No near misses, no incidents, reportables, or recordables. However, since that time, we've got 3 items plus a good catch. Good catch on December 10th of 2019 during an inspection of a regulator. Staff smelled gas near boiler number 1, notified the gas department, then it was taken care of. Item number 2, vehicle accident on January 16th. Unit collided with a tractor trailer. Electric distribution on January 17th. While trimming trees, a line worker sustained eye injury from a wood chip and received medical attention. That would be a recordable. And wastewater employee on January 7th, while lifting a braided cable on a transducer, had frayed cable puncture the employee's double-gloved hand and received medical first aid. So that would be a reportable. Those all happened during the month of January, with the exception of the good catch, which happened on December 10th. End of report.
Move to receive and order file the report regarding the monthly utility operations.
I'll second.
Any discussion of the motion or questions of our director? On the motion and second to receive and order filed the monthly utility operations report, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to recognize Maria Hughes, our employee of the month.
Maria did not join us this evening. She had other matters that she needed to deal with. But I'll say a few items about her. She has been instrumental in helping me assimilate into the organization, provided numerous background points of information, and has been essential to the day-to-day operations of the items that I'm looking to accomplish. I think she's been terrific for me and many others in the room as well, and I appreciate her assets, abilities, and her work ethic very much.
I'll offer the motion to recognize Maria Hughes, Clerical Assistant 1 in the PUC Administration Department, as Employee of the Month.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor of recognizing Maria as Employee of the Month indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And you'll thank Maria for us.
I will. He received the presentation and enjoyed it very much. He was very proud to receive it. So, hard work pays off.
The next item on the agenda is to receive information regarding the electric energy acquisition adjustment. And Rod or Chris?
I can take it if you wish, Chris, or,
It's fine.
okay. So I've said this a few times in practice and now for real. For the plan for the energy acquisition adjustment charges to increase from from 0.1256 cents per kilowatt hour to 0.1517 cents per kilowatt hour. This would be effective on February 1st of 2019. This is an annual energy cost adjustment.
So you're not asking us to approve it, you're just letting us know what's happening and
That's
making sure we
correct.
have the information.
Yes.
I'll offer the motion to receive and order filed information regarding the 2019 Electric Energy Acquisition Adjustment effective February 1st, 2019.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor of receiving and order filing the information regarding the electric energy acquisition adjustment indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
It's dollars.
Motion
not
carries.
cents.
Sorry, my bad. My mistake.
Next, under new business, we need to discuss our appointments to committee appointments. So we have Energy Awareness Commission, needs one commissioner, Personnel Committee needs two, Long-Term Power needs two, and Cable Communications Advisory Board needs one. Currently, I serve on the Energy Awareness Commission and Long-Term Power. I think Commissioner Finglin and Hillisheim are personnel. Commissioner Swan is Long-Term Power, and Commissioner Shaughness is Cable Communications. And my understanding is that Commissioner Shaughness is interested in picking up another one
Yes,
and would be interested in energy awareness.
yes.
Okay. Does anybody else want to change their?
I'm good with Personnel Committee.
Okay. So then,
All right, I will move approving the 2019 commissioner appointments as follows. Energy Awareness, Mary Shaughness, Personnel Committee, Hillisheim and Finglin, Long-Term Power, William Swan and Linda Heine, and Cable Communications, Mary Shaughness.
do you have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we want to consider a resolution to honor Ken Sutherland. Rod?
Ken has been with the utility, recently retired at the end of the year, for 35 3/4 years, rounds up to 36 years. He's been a terrific asset to our utility and has singularly been responsible for substations, relaying, and wiring of both the substations, electrical metering, electrical relays, and in the power production facility as well.
Good.
I will make the motion to offer the resolution and waive the reading commending Ken Sutherland for nearly 36 years of service with the New Ulm Public Utilities Commission.
Do we have a second?
Call the roll, don't we?
Well, we need a
First and a
second.
second first.
Second.
Okay. And then call the roll.
Commissioner Finglin,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaughness,
Yes,
Commissioner Swan,
Yes,
President Heine.
Yes. And thank you to Mr. Sutherland.
thank you.
Thanks.
Next, we need to consider a resolution to approve the 2019 schedule of electric rates. And I lost my place.
That's okay.
Go
It's
ahead. Do you wanna
5C
go ahead?
It's 5C, yes. So an overview of the proposed electric rate increases. Residential customers would see a rate increase from $7 to $9 for the monthly charge, with an energy charge increase from 0.112 cents per kilowatt hour to 0.1124. Excuse me. I'll restate that. An energy charge from 11.12 cents per kilowatt hour to 11.24 cents per kilowatt hour. Small commercial customers, the rate increase is proposed to go from $14 to $16 a month for the monthly charge, with a energy charge of going from $0.996 per kilowatt hour to $0.1040 per kilowatt hour. Large commercial customers, increase expected on the monthly bill from $25 to $35 a month, with an increase in the demand charge from $8 to $8.60, and no change in the energy charge. Industrial customers, proposed increase is the customer charge from $30 to $50 per month, with an increase in the demand charge from $12 to $12.10 per kilowatt, no change in the energy charge. Municipal city customers increase the customer charge from $12 to $16 per month, and an increase in the energy charge from $0.1016 to $0.1040 per kilowatt hour. Municipal PUC customers would increase the customer charge from $15 to $16 per month, and increase the energy charge from $0.0988 per kilowatt hour to $0.1040 per kilowatt hour. Also, a removal of the whole house heating rate, which is no longer available or used by customers.
So just to recap, the commissioners have heard about these rates for quite a while. And
Yes.
have considered. You initiated some public relations, public information campaigns.
Yes.
Including, there are three or four YouTube spots right now on the city.
There are 4 YouTube spots running on the city right now that talks about the proposed rate increases. We have been on the public radio, or on the radio station, talking about the increases. We've also had several articles, I think 4 at this point, perhaps another one, that discusses the proposed rate increases as well.
I'll offer the motion to adopt a resolution and waive the reading approving the 2019 PUC schedule of electric rates to be effective April 1st, 2019.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion on the proposed resolution before we call the roll? Go ahead.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan,
Yes.
President Heine.
Yes. Next, we need to consider changing the net energy billing service rates.
Commissioners, this is a rate that is adjusted annually. According to the Minnesota statute 216B, the municipal utilities are required to provide a net energy rate, which promotes renewable energy installations. This rate actually is what is paid to our customers for energy that is put back into the grid. And every year we need to calculate this out and approve a new rate. So the change will be the residential rate is going from 12.34 cents to 12.39 cents per kilowatt hour. For small commercial, it's going from 11.2 cents to 11.27 cents per kilowatt hour. And the large commercial rate is going from 9 cents to 8.93 cents per kilowatt hour. Currently, the New Ulm Public Utilities has 9 qualified facilities with a total rated capacity of 131.81 kilowatts on our system. There are 5 residential and 4 small commercial customers that qualify, and we, at this time, have 1 pending application, which would add an additional 10.56 kilowatts of capacity. So we ask that you approve these rates for the 2019 year.
How are they calculated?
Basically, it's calculated by taking the entire revenue generated from the class, for example, the residential class. We take out the meter charge from that revenue, and we divide it by the total kilowatt hours. Actually, I'm sorry. We divide it by the total kilowatt hours for that class and come up with a rate. So you can see it doesn't really change much from year to year because it's pretty consistent. But we're required to modify that every year by the state statute.
Thank you.
I'll offer the motion approving the New Ulm Public Utilities net energy billing service rates for 2019 to be effective with the March 2019 billing.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of approving the proposed net energy billing rates for 2019 indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we have our engineer to discuss additional expenses for the Heinen Hill project.
Yes, this is for the conclusion of the Heinen Hill project. Due to the change order that we discussed at the last meeting, switching from from seeding to riprap for M&R, caused the consultant to come out on 2 more site visits, and then they had to do some surveying to figure out quantities, spec out the other material, and other contract administration. So they were 3.26% over their proposed budget, or $1,817.80. Excuse me. So if there's any other questions.
Okay, move to authorize the additional expense of $1,817.80 for engineering services from Short Elliott Hendrickson Incorporated for the Heinen Hill Slope Stabilization Project.
I'll second.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor of authorizing the expenditure indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is to consider attendance at a conference. Nate Barron was going to present.
I'll take that on.
Okay.
So this is an ESRI user conference. We have a GIS technician that we would like to send to this annual conference. And in this case, it's held in San Diego during July. It assists him in his work efforts to keep the GIS system up to speed.
Would this have fallen in the budget, Chris?
Yes, it is in the budget.
Okay. Okay, then I'd offer the motion to authorize attendance at the 2019 ESRI User Conference to be held July 8th through the 12th, 2019 in San Diego, California.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor of authorizing attendance at the 2019 ESRI User Conference in San Diego indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. The next item is to authorize attendance at a Linux Prism Conference.
This is in support of the SCADA system. There are 2 people that we're training. Mr. Sutherland was our trained asset prior to this. He's no longer with us. So in this case, we're asking to train Mr. Hillesheim and Mr. Fisher, both sending them to Norcross, Georgia, to get trained in operation and maintenance of the ACS SCADA system.
Move to authorize attendance at the Linux Prism Fundamentals Conference to be held March 25th through 29th, 2019 in Norcross, Georgia.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor of approving the attendance at the Linux Prism Conference indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Ooh. Next, we have to think about changing our truck color.
Yeah. So I'm proposing that we change our base truck color from blue to white. And the reason that I'm proposing that is there's a cost variance when we buy medium-duty trucks. We have to repaint them. It's It's expected to cost between $6,000 and $8,000 per truck. I'm recommending that we go to what I consider to be an industry standard color of white for utility vehicles as we move forward in the future. And I would put that through with all vehicles that the utility purchases as white so that they're standardized. But it's a move forward as opposed to changing any colors now. And it's about, can we find some savings by using a consistent color that's available. Currently, when we order a blue medium-duty truck, we have to have it specially painted. So that's why I'm proposing this.
So are there any safety issues? I'm just thinking, actually, I'm sure there's a lot of white utility trucks, but I don't know that I've ever seen one.
Okay.
And I just think about the, we're sitting here today with snow all over, and a white truck, usually not parked where you expect it to be, and hopefully not in a snowstorm. Is that a recipe for, is there any different, I guess, is there any safety difference? I don't really know, but I know I personally have never purchased a white vehicle because of the snow. I don't want to be driving through the snow and somebody not see me, and
Sure.
so I always try to pick something that's different. I don't have flashing lights, but,
Okay. Trucks would be equipped with flashing lights. The pickups, of course, have hazard flashers. So I'll tell you what I think is correct, but I don't know for certain. At night, the eyes change to be able to process two colors, white or black. Our current color of vehicle is essentially black at night
Yeah, it's
because you
dark.
can't distinguish between it, the blue, the dark blue color, and black. So at night, I would argue that white is a superior color. Now, there are others that use school bus yellow as a color because it's not white and it's not black. But at night, our vision reduces to one of, it's either black or white usually, unless there's some ambient lighting someplace. So my opinion is that white would be a better color for any of the night work that we might do. During the daytime, I think it's important that we consider and continue to use flashing lights when we're in a work zone.
So this would be on all vehicles that we purchase going forward. $6,000 a vehicle. Okay. I'll offer the motion to change the future public utilities vehicle color to white.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor of changing the color to white for vehicles indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And next, we are to consider purchasing a backhoe loader for the gas department.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, we got the state bid from RDO out of Mankato. Initially, we budgeted $80,000 for the backhoe. We added on a hydraulic hammer to get through the frost blacktop during the winter months. Be used through the whole utility, so that increased the price somewhat. We're getting $30,000 on a trade, and we're also going to post it on GovDeals at $30,000, a reserve bid of $30,000 plus whatever it takes to cover taxes. So we'll get that entire price back if we would sell it on GovDeals rather than trade it in. So it is slightly over budget by $6,100, but the addition of the hammer, I think, makes it worthwhile for the whole utility.
Well, you just find one blue pickup that you go white with, and we got that 6,000 back.
Maybe next year.
All right. I'll offer the motion to authorize staff to purchase a backhoe loader for the gas department from RDO Equipment Company in the amount of $86,095.46.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of authorizing the purchase of the backhoe loader for the gas department indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Good evening, Commissioners, President Heine.
We're just shopping today.
Wastewater. I'm here to request a vehicle as well. We use a semi tractor to haul our biosolids in the spring and the fall. We're replacing a 23-year-old truck with a $103,000 Freightliner. A couple things with that. It's going to have the automatic transmission, which I think will be a safety thing for our part-time truck drivers. And obviously 23 years newer, so it'll be a little bit nicer ride. So we came in under budget. We are going to take a trade-in for the Freightliner. It had the best price and also an extended 7-year, 250,000 mile extended engine warranty. I think by the time we pay license taxes and registration, we'll be close to that 110,000. Estimated to be about $6,200 for that. So, any questions?
Will it be white?
Yeah, we got that covered already.
All right, then I'll offer the motion to authorize staff to purchase a 2020 Freightliner M2 112 semi-tractor for the wastewater department from Harrison Truck Centers in the amount of $103,298.
Second.
Thank you.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor of authorizing staff to purchase the truck for the wastewater department indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item of agenda is to consider contributing to the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities Environmental Action Fund. I recognize this as something we've been doing, I don't know, every year for quite a while.
This is the third or fourth year. And the council already approved paying their half of it, so.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll authorize a commitment to be sent to the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities and a payment of $2,369.50 made to the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities Environmental Action Fund after January 1st, 2019 and on or before February 1st, 2019.
Second.
any discussion about that motion? All in favor of authorizing the commitment to the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities and a payment of $2,369.50 indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is to consider changing the structure, purpose of the Long-Term Power Committee. Do you want to go ahead?
Yes. So historically, the Long-Term Power Committee has dealt with power system issues. The discussion at the last meeting indicated that there may be some benefit to looking at the long-term power committee as perhaps looking at long-term utility planning issues and developing items like horizon plans for water, wastewater, electric, gas systems, along with production and steam, to make sure that we're looking holistically at the long-term health of the utility as opposed to singularly the power system. So the recommendation is to change the purpose of the committee to look at the overall utility as opposed to just the electric system, and to change the name of the committee as well.
So my only question is, we have two commissioners on that. Are you both in support of that change?
Yeah, and to Rod's point, it was, originally was set up, well, in recent years about the electricity and coal generation. And it just seems more and more we talk about more things besides just electricity. And so this authorization will give that group the authority to be looking at long-term planning in those other areas as well. So we are.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Then I'd offer the motion to change the structure and purpose of the Long-Term Power Committee.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion to change the structure and purpose of the Long-Term Power Committee indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. I suppose the next question is, what is the new structure and purpose going to be? Do we want to bring that back after long-term power
I will.
meets and discusses it? Okay.
Yeah.
The next item on the agenda is to consider authorizing travel to Black and Veatch headquarters in Overland Park, Kansas. Rod?
So this is working with Black and Veatch in order to facilitate the long-standing integrated resource plan delivery and meeting with them face-to-face in order to encourage their delivery and understand their timing better. We are reaching the threshold of the lump sum bid, and we're still missing a number of deliverables that we would like to encourage them face-to-face to be able to provide to what used to be the Long-Term Power Committee.
So you want to explain maybe what Black and Veatch is doing,
Sure.
the integrated resource plan?
I
Yeah.
remember the name. I
Sorry.
remember the name, but I don't remember what their function was.
So overall, it's about looking at how do you deliver the right kind of electricity and what's the timing. They're looking at the electric system in its totality, looking at the generation resources, and then making projections about where growth may occur effectively in the long term, and what the utility should undertake in order to support that growth. So,
And so they just haven't been doing what they're supposed to be doing?
yeah, that's a kind way of
They're
putting it.
woefully behind,
Yeah.
let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to do, you're going to have a lot better conclusion going there than, rather than just talking on the phone, or?
Well, we've been talking on the phone for quite some time, and, frankly, we have not seen the result that we expect. So, our intention is to reach out to the folks that are delivering the report directly, along with the management at the Overland Park office. That is Black and Veatch's headquarters. So we intend to reach out to the vice president in charge of this, in addition to the folks that are working on delivering this report to us. And we understand that they've lost some critical resources in the process of delivering this. It's part of the delay, but we're hopeful that we can encourage them to accelerate the delivery and get closer to the delivery deadline, which was, I believe, December 22nd, something in that, 28th, all right, thank you.
And they haven't just failed to meet that deadline. There were other things, other deadlines prior
Yes.
that have been missed. So December 28th was not that long ago, but
No.
yeah.
But there's been a series of deadlines that have slipped, and we're continuing to expect them to slip at this point, so.
Okay, so I guess my only concern is it's a little open-ended. There's no dollars involved. There's
Right.
no, how many people are we sending? Do we
Understood.
have an estimate of that? Are we sending 2 people? Are we sending 10 people?
2,
2?
yeah. It would be Mr. Persig and myself, and it's overnight travel. The plan would be to drive, and I suspect that it would be less than $1,000 in its total. But, I'll get a travel request form completed, and we'll get that in front of the group. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
Is it a foregone conclusion that you're going to need to travel, or do you think maybe when you bring this up that you might get some action?
I've worked with Black and Veatch extensively in the past, and, I'm suggesting this as an alternative based on my past experience with them.
Okay.
I'll offer the motion to consider authorizing travel to Black and Veatch headquarters in Overland Park, Kansas, to discuss the integrated resource plan delivery status.
I'll second.
Any more discussion on the motion?
Go get them.
All in favor of considering authorizing travel to Black and Veatch, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Last item is to consider our list of claims paid and claims to be paid.
I'll move to accept the list of claims to be paid in the amount of $3,069,646.27 and approve the list of claims to be paid in the amount of $177,848.89.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor of accepting the list of claims paid and the list of claims to be paid in the amounts recited by Commissioner Swan, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Does anybody have anything else? We are adjourned. Thank you.